Alright, what's up everybody? Back with some Engineering Nordic, which is a Type 2 faction board combination. Should be a pretty good one though. Tragic. You get Rust Fade and then you get the Innovative board. Still not bad. Alright, we have the option of, on our first turn, moving on to Steel or just staying on Oil. I think staying on Oil makes more sense with the Engineering board. Kind of similar to how we played Engineering Togawa. Except this time we technically had a choice because Nords are just better. I think we're going to move our character here. Trade for oil, produce, trade for oil, produce. 4-player game buildings aren't so easy, but Nord buildings are pretty decent. What's the structure bonus is neighboring lakes. There's some decent spots for neighboring lakes. This spot is great because it's neighboring 3 lakes and it is wood. Do I want to try going for... I think I'm going to try going for buildings again instead of mechs. It's kind of risky. It mostly involves people leaving me alone, but we also have Seaworthy, which we will get. So, and Seaworthy doesn't help us too much other than keeping our... Like, if we control this area up here, we have, like, the Seaworthy mech here, makes it very difficult to get into our area. We're building here, that's 3 neighboring lakes. How many do we need? 6 for max. 1, 2, 3, 4. Building here means that we only need a building like... There's no great way to do that. We still need speed, we still need Seaworthy. This might be a better game for mechs and just stick with standard type 2. Requiring speed is kind of a big deal. But this is going to be an experimental game for me. I don't expect this to work, but we're going to try anyway to play buildings. Probably move upgrade would have been slightly better. It's not that much of a difference. So I'm thinking trade for steel, produce, trade for steel, deploy speed, move, and produce again up to 8 workers. Don't need that mech out that quickly, do I? I actually don't. Trade for oil is still better. Because we're just going to take a standard move action. We're not moving with a mech. We'll move 1 worker here, and then our character here. Pretty good spot for a building. You could also just move 1 worker onto wood instead, and then our character onto the encounter. That's better. Producing an additional wood would be better. Upgrade our move action, we can move this worker back here too. That's nice. Only need to trade for wood once. It's a big deal. Yeah, I remember regretting trading for something other than oil when I was playing the Togawa engineering game that you guys saw. So, no need to divert the plan here. Just gonna stick to standard, other than buildings. Right, we're committed. 4 buildings or bust. We can use the buildings to hold our home island as well. Taking a look at other things going on in the game, send one back as a warning is very easy. Northern Advantage is also pretty easy for us as Nords. Controlling this, this, and this could be very doable. I'm not sure we're going to get the entire lake bonus, unless, like, opportunities arise. I like our start. I think I would start this way every time with this faction board combination. Alright, so Crimea did some manual moving of workers, as well as Saxony. I think I'm feeling pretty good about things. But it's still very early, so a lot can change. Just gonna do the move we planned. I don't want to pay $3 to build a structure. It's a significant cost, and it would speed up my star, but this action is so good anyway that I don't think I care. This oil isn't really doing anything for me, but it's better than nothing, so we'll take it. Kind of a dud of a encounter there, but it is what it is. I suppose if we knew we were getting 2 oil, we might have moved a little differently, but not even sure I would have. Right. Now I need to think about buildings and building locations. We also need to think about how we're moving these workers. Speed and seaworthy are decent options. If we're getting 1 mech, probably just has to be speed. Seaworthy lets our character get out of the base though, but so does a mine. We're only taking 1 more produce action for the rest of the game. So this next produce is our last. And then we'll get to work on our late game, basically. Should we trade for steel, then produce, then trade for steel? This way we can deploy a mech. I could also trade for an oil and a steel. So when I produce, I upgrade. Gets me 2 coins back. It's actually well worth it. We actually do get to use the oil. That's hilarious. I like it. I like it a lot. It also potentially opens up the opportunity for a second mech down the line with the cost of reduction in price in mechs. Jesus Christ, I cannot speak English. Alright, what are our current problems? We only have one combat card. Our popularity is something that's more of a resource than a potential gain, whereas a lot of people are going for tier 2 popularity this game. It isn't necessarily a problem, it could just be an opportunity. That's kind of it. A lot of things are going our way. At least in terms of how the game's going. The oil could save us a steal down the line, which is nice. I don't know how yet, but maybe something will come up. Now we produce and we trade for a speed mech, then we start getting out on the map. Difficult to do with our character. We do still have swim as an option. Swimming a unit here would be very nice for the building spot here. We speed over here. Difference between building here and here, if we're already building here, is irrelevant. And the speed here lets us control this territory and move out this way. And this is one of the reasons why speed is so essential. Even though we're going for buildings this game as opposed to mechs, we're still getting our speed mech because it's just absolutely necessary. I think the thing that could be most useful is the produce upgrade. Like if we're on this mountain with a worker and this mountain with a worker and we want to produce something else for a turn, I could see that being useful. Well, hold on, 1 worker, 2 worker, 3 worker, 4 workers. So 2 workers there. Yeah, upgrading popularity game I don't think makes sense. I think this is better. But we'll see in retrospect. This is going to be a spot we come back to down the line to see if this was the best upgrade. Because I don't know. Alright guys, we're back. Built the mech. Sorry, I had to skip over a little bit there. There's a bit of background noise that was going on. So now I'm thinking about this next move action. I have options. I can choose to actually get a building here first, or here. I can get a mine here, which could allow my character to get out on the map with the move action. But there are other options that I like more. For instance, move mech plus 5. Okay, so I'm just going to show you the way I'm moving here. How likely am I to be attacked? Not at all. Slightly out of range. The way I'm going to move is this. One, two, three. This way we get further spread. Notice how the difference between moving back here with our workers and moving here with our workers means that we can move out here. A great spot for a building, as we mentioned before. Also means that we can move like here or even here. This is an awesome spot for a building. If we got that, that would be incredible. But we do want to make sure we have some combat power before we try something like that. So we just want to mine here, right? So we can get out of our base. Just give me a lot more flexibility. Objective star. We almost have northern advantage. We're pretty close. Hop to this tunnel. And move this worker over. It's perfect. Here, a building here would be great. What's our next move? Northern advantage move here. 1, 2. If I put a mine here, then the third move can be like here. Or even here. The mine is too good. I have to take a mine first. A monument first also has appeal. But I value popularity too much. I really shouldn't. This encounter is going to help compensate for any potential tier 2 popularity shenanigans with the monument first rush. Helps me spread faster. Just does everything I want it to. Can grab northern advantage. Alternatively, red can't really attack my position because he only has 2 combat power. Does he have People's Army? Probably. He does not. So this is just the perfect time to get a building here. We can work towards northern advantage later. Let's get a building here. Or we can do both. Because I think workers can use tunnels. And if that's the case, I see not northern advantage if I want the encounter, which I do. He has a good amount of combat power, but still no People's Army. So I think I'm willing to take this risk. I should have thought about where my character's going to end up. I shouldn't have a worker here. I should just have my character controlling this territory at the end of the game. Let's move time. This worker goes here. Lack of combat cards was actually a problem. Let's fix it. This also makes this position more safe. We were taking a risk. and now it's not a risk. We have a good amount of territory too. Really, really nice. Working towards our building star, which is awesome. I still need to take a trade action to get the wood I need. But that's okay. I have a safe spot to drop the resources. I have 2 safe spots. And yeah, I mean, can't complain. This is going great. I'm not sure we have a first place position, but we definitely have a second place position. Lake, 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 lake. I'll put the building here. That's 5, and then we just build here or here, and that's 6. And 6 adjacent lakes is the highest criteria. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Incredible. He went Wayfarer, which means he could kick workers here. We definitely are just going to have to pick up this encounter soon to discourage him from thinking about doing that. I'd prefer he just take the Polania Island in the encounter here, or just take some territory over here. I don't care about that. I am a bit worried that he's going to move in here and try to cockblock me and force me to attack him. But I might be very willing to do that, considering I want to be getting my mech to a safe position soon. Also have spare combat power, which is nice. Thinking about the armory. I'll get the monument. It might be useful. Doubtful, but I'll take 2 popularity here over 1 combat power. This could be like gain 3 pop or something. Gain 2 pop as a top row action, I think, or top row encounter. Would be nice. What's the play this turn? Are we trading for wood now? Trading for wood this turn makes a lot of sense. So our building locations are here, 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 and here. So moving this worker forward or something could be useful, because we're going to control that territory regardless. This one is simple enough. We can just move it here or here to control new territory, or on any other tunnel. This will spread back. Very difficult position to attack, because you have to kick the worker here before you even get to the mech. He does go for this encounter. I think I'm okay with that. Less variability in this line. Building here next is the next priority. And then we'll move, and then we'll build, and then we'll move. This is just a more vulnerable position in a high priority building because it gets me my 6th lake. I'm gonna get a fair few stars too. Might get the 16 power. 4 buildings. Obviously the one we already have. Send one back as a warning, very doable. Northern advantage is easier though. We'll control this tundra, and this tundra. Might do a move of some point, at some point, to move a worker here, move this worker here, after we have the building up here. A lot of options. Okay, Saxony just has Riverwalk. Speed is more important. But you do you, man. A lot of good move options. I think character picking up encounter is a big one. Worker moving here is a big one. And then we'll spread and prioritize safety. Our character's going to end up here, controlling that. Very difficult spot to attack, especially with a worker here. The only one who can, I think, is Rustfate, and he would have to kick and then attack. Kind of brute force his way in, which he could do, I believe. Definitely could, but would he? It's a stronger question. I think people are more likely to Wayfair force their way to this encounter than they are to find an attacking angle that involves tunnel movement into Riverwalk attacks. Oh shit. This is not safe anymore. Safer to go up this way. He could attack me with Riverwalk here. Rather get attacked by him, I think. It's not that likely either. These mechs are controlling territory here. It's not a huge gain. It's not like he's spreading while he's attacking me. Yeah, I think this way is safer. Pay 2 popularity to enlist is an interesting one, because if we gain 2 popularity, it's free, basically. So we need one more building. Does one extra popularity get me anything? Not that I see. Unless one of my neighbors is building. No. I could do a combat card enlist. Actually, it just doesn't hurt, does it? $2 and 1 pop. Is that better? It might be. Yeah, I'll take it. It's a safer option. It might actually get me tier 2 popularity. Oh yeah, we have Northern Advantage. That was part of the point of this. I get our last building, then we move. And then we're basically done. I mean, there are small improvements we can make, but they're very small improvements. So he is attacking me here. The inherent question is, do I want to fight back? And the answer is no. This is his oil. I don't care. I'm going to cycle it too. Or I could, no, actually I'm going to spend 1 combat power to get a combat card. Because that way I can bolster 3 combat power, not waste. Basically, it's a free combat card. Literally free. Rustfate gets a star, and he gets control over the area, but that is secondary. We both win. And he invested. Ooh, that's bad for him. The fact that he thought I wanted to fight that is interesting, to say the least. He's cockblocking my building. That just happens. People do it. It's a good thing to do. Now they're fighting over who gets to cockblock it. Okay, I'd better move this worker before it gets kicked. It can swim over here. Also want a worker to swim over here too. That's okay, we'll just control this island. It kind of cockblocks Rustfate's character. Is it better to just control this? I think it is. Then we'll just control this, give him a way out. No, he is township. He can get out regardless. It's fine. Either way, we're doing this turn. Two stars, baby. As well as a bunch of gold. I think we have to be doing well, right? Yeah, we are doing well. Getting up to tier 2 popularity might actually be a pretty big deal. Pretty proud of how I played this game. Like if I go back over this footage, which I will because I always do, I'm not sure I'm going to find many things that I would like to change. Maybe 1 or 2 things. I think I could have lowered risk a little bit this game by playing a little bit better. But it'll be pretty nitpicky. So, the type of nitpicky you only do to yourself. So our mech is back here. Not inherently an awful place for it. if we do get a worker kicked, the mech can be used to get it back out and spreading much faster. And that's basically all our positions are, just kicking workers or just not messing with my position, because that's basically all you can do. Worker here helps give another layer to the defense of this piece, which means we're basically unassailable. It's such a nice second place position, just not fucking with anybody. Not sure it's worth the effort to work on my mech star. Could have put the mill here and considered like a produce action. Two produce actions could have got me upgrade star, but that lowers my popularity significantly. I don't think I want to do that. I suspect I'm going to be bolstering for a combat card. So this is a retrospect thing, which I was saying earlier, the produce upgrade. Should have done the extra combat card for bolster. I think this was a consistent enough game that I can make a conclusion like that. It's not like you can't replicate what I'm doing here when you get this faction board combination. Look at that territory, it's so nice. It's well controlled. Very efficient, very, very optimal. I want the game to end right now. I don't think we're getting much better. We'll get up to tier 2 popularity, and that's our last big hurdle. Question is, do I want to trade for like wood first before getting up to tier 2 popularity? No, because Rust Fate does in fact have 5 stars. 6 star for a combat, very doable. He has a lot of options for that. Not least of which is the option to attack me. Does he have that option? He does not. More likely he has the option to attack Crimea, which he will take for his second combat star, which means we need to get this tier 2 popularity off now so we can beat Crimea. What a fun game too. I'm liking the engineering board more and more. Turns out bolster buildings is just really, really nice on type 2 play. God, I thought the engineering board was in like my bottom 2 boards, but I really think it's rising. Just my learning type 2 play is just making me like it more and more. It has its significant weaknesses, don't get me wrong, but the weaknesses are not so exploitable that they ruin the experience. Like, how much of a pest do you feel like you think I am right now? I'm controlling 1 billion territory with no mechs and no board presence. It just feels like it should be more punishing than it is. I just get to do this because kicking workers is often just not worth the effort. At worst, I think we're not going to control this at the end of the game, but somebody has to take some time to actually hold this. Which red might do. How does he move over there, though? It would be difficult. I can't even see it. Holy shit, he can't move over here. He would have to move a mech here and then move a mech here. But then he can't attack Crimea, so it's just not good for him. Let's get our tier 2 popularity. Bada bam. That's beautiful. A nice solid second place. Second by 2 points. Pretty incredible. What a game, guys. We were such a rat. We got attacked once, our mech got attacked here, and then we just left it there. We didn't even move it out again. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm definitely uploading this one. It's been a blast. Another textbook solid Type 2 game in my opinion. We'll see how far we were from third. Significantly. Upper bracket, lower bracket. What a fun game. I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did. Like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate you guys watching, and have a great day.